Host take two. Okay, we are back. Hopefully, we are back. Now, let's see. Technically, I was in live before as well, but connection decided that I couldn't stream. So let's see if he bless us now. Okay, on YouTube, it looks good. On Twitter, it looks good. The audio? Okay, the audio is okay. I don't understand why on Twitch I have the black bars, but anywhere else I don't. Wherever. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, it should be a bit better now. Now, what we are gonna do today, let me see if you can see my full screen. Where is my OBS? Here. Okay. Why you see only Codex and not the rest of the screen? Let me check. Screen capture, display capture, screen. Okay. Why you only see Codex when I put it the whole screen? That's a pretty good question. Screen capture, display. Okay. Uh, why the actual fuck OBS doesn't update? That's a pretty good question. Let me restart the capture. Okay. Maybe it's good now. Let me see. Where is OBS? Here. If I switch. Okay. Finally. So why do we have those many problems? Most of you cannot tell yet, but what I did is I cropped the video instead of 16 by 10, 16 by 9 now. So when I re-upload this to YouTube, I don't have the black bars, and I can like cut in the middle of the live if I need to save something for a video. So welcome back. And those are the three things that we are gonna do today. The first one is we are gonna record a video about my tech stack, and this will be part of it. The second thing is we are gonna port an app that I made a while back that is called Body Screenshot, that is this one, from Electron to Swift, because I want this also on my iPhone. And a quick TLDR of what Body Screenshot is, it's an open source app where you can screenshot your screen. You can take notes on it, you can add text as well, and it does OCR, and you add a reminder to it. Why is that? Because most of the times when I take screenshot is because I want to remember something, but I usually lose most of the screenshots. So what I did is a simple Electron wrapper that takes a screenshot and it sends me the reminder on Telegram directly. So what we are going to do today is we are going to port this to Swift because I want to use it also on my iPhone. And the last thing, let me get back to Excalibur, is we are going to work on BuddyBox. That is my uh, coding app on mobile. So you can use Codex, OpenCode, and CC, wherever you want, like your favorite coding agent, directly from your mobile phone. I will show you later that. So let's start with the task that requires the most amount of time. That is this one. So we are gonna port body screenshot to Swift. I'm gonna show you how do I usually do this kind of like super long running tasks. The first thing is uh, searching for a skill about the language that we want to use. So for example, here I found those Swift skills that are from Avdle. Sadly, I don't know neither the guy or the language, but he looks like he's pretty famous. He has a bunch of commits. So and he's the most downloaded skill. So I will just download this. Let me go to the skill, npx commands, and let me run this in my terminal. Little FYI, little suggestion, don't do this. Like, it's the usual thing of do what I say, not what I do. Because usually, okay, usually skills are pretty safe, but some skills have like malicious code inside it, and it can like you can get a virus, you can get problems. So usually what you should do is you download skills only from the labs or from like companies that you trust. Or at least you read the skills for the people like from people that you don't know. But wherever, let's YOLO this, let's create a sim link, let's install it for everything, and let's see if they show up on my Codex app. So skills, refresh. I should have now some Swift skills. Yes, we have it. Now, what we are gonna do is quite simple. Let's go to the repo. That is this. This is a body screenshot. Body screenshot. First of all, we are gonna select the model is Codex, and we are gonna do high. That is the best in my opinion. And we're gonna tell him two things. First of all, pull from main and check if we have any changes. The second thing is that I want to port this entire app from Electron to Swift. Use the Swift UI skill and follow all the best practices. I want to port it in Swift, not Swift UI. There is a difference between Swift and Swift UI, or at least that's how I understood it. Like Swift UI stays on top of Swift and is not open source, and it has a bunch of problems. So let's just start with like vanilla Swift and understand if we need something on top of it. Another thing that I don't know why it's so fucking buried, it's like you can use the plan mode on Codex app. And this is amazing because it's gonna ask you about a bunch of questions. So let me just read what I wrote. Okay, and we can start with this. So let's let's wait for him to ask us the questions, and then we can move on to the tech stack video. Let me see if you guys have any question whatsoever, you can either join my Twitch stream or my YouTube stream. So you can send me the messages there. You can technically try to do it also on Twitter, but most times don't work. So I don't know why, but it just doesn't fucking work. Let's see what he's gonna ask us. Also, once this is done, you can just go to the repo and install it. It's completely open source. You just plug in your open router key if you want OCR. And what I want to do today as well is to see if Google, Apple with the MLX, if they have some OCR native um, AI languages. So you can just install it locally and no one has access to your screenshots. I think it's the best option, but I don't know if Apple has an OCR model uh, like from them specifically. Maybe we could use like the DeepSeek OCR or some of the Gemma one. Let's see. But let's start step by step. Okay, that's the first question. For Swift, not Swift UI, which UI stack should I plan for? AppKit? Yeah, sure, why not? Or should we migrate for Electron to Swift? Big Bang rewrite. Let's do it. I want full parity, yes. I don't suggest this for big repos, of course, but this repo is like 3K LOC, something like that. So I don't see any issue. How should the Swift app handle exist user data from Electron? We can fresh start. We don't have any data from Electron. Body screenshot, okay, whatever. Which update mechanism should the Swift app use? Yeah, okay. We don't care. We can put this on the App Store technically, but I don't see a lot of people using it. So let's see in the future. Also, guys, I would love to know what's your favorite harness right now. I did a video a while back about it. In my case, is the Codex app that is hella fantastic. It's really amazing to work like on multiple projects. And the other harness that I use a lot is AMP on their smart mode because they have Opus and it's really, really good at front end. So, okay, we have another question. For the Big Bang rewrite, should we keep behavior exactly or include safe improvements when electoral as wrap pages? Parity plus safe fixes. Yeah, okay. What minimum macOS version? Why should I care about this? How should we organize the Swift rewrite? New native folder? Yes. Let's do it. Let me see. Let me see. I have a Telegram message. I want to show you something. Let me see if I leak anything important. No. Okay. I have my OpenClaw giving me midday check-ins. Like, it's noon already. How's the recording going? Bro, stop slacking. Shit like that. So that's the only way of using OpenClaw. Like, that's the best way. You have a partner that obsessively checks on you if you do your shit. The most important things. So let's see. We have the plan, and as the good vibe coders that we are not gonna read the plan. I think we have a bug or something because it shows on YouTube that we have like 11 views on the live. Well, I don't, let's see. So OCR Open Router, yes, we can use 2.5 Flash. We can move to 3 Flash. That is the newest model. But we could technically also use 2.5 Flash Lite because the Gemini 3 Flash doesn't have a light version yet. Oh, okay. I have an idea. We can remove this. Let's bug Logan on the flashlight. Brother Logan. Is the Gemini 3 flashlight model gonna release soon? I would love to have it for a bunch of workflows. Okay. Twitter is such an amazing place. You can just yell at people that works at Google. Of course, don't do it, please. I'm just a bit sarcastic here. Don't beg for random features to Logan. Or better, you can, but he doesn't have that much free time. So make it, making it make dig slick. Some people probably joined and said, "What kind of language is he speaking?" So what I was saying is, you can request features, but make it real and concrete. Don't tell him to, let's create a vibe coding agent that can create a full stack app from just a prompt that is enterprise ready and all those kind of shit. Let's implement this plan because we are vibe coders. We don't read our plans. And this looks pretty good. And who am I to suggest GPT-5.3 Codex how to plan stuff? Like, come on. Who are you as well? So let's see. Uh, it's funny because Twitch is the only platform that has like unstable bitrate and it's the one without people. So good to go. Hi, we have someone. Hi, brother. Uh, can I spell brother correctly? Okay. Hi, Helix Ronin Ninja. Is this a Naruto reference? Like the Ronin people? If so, please state it and I will send you a cookie. Let me see if Phonax someone wrote as well. No, so let's keep the chat only on YouTube for now. So for the people that just joined, that's what we are gonna do today. We have three items in our to-do list. One is to record the video about my 2026 stock uh, for both web apps, mobile apps, native apps, wherever, oven compatibility, all this kind of stuff. What the fuck did it happen? I think I lost my connection for a second. What are you doing? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Full stack app video that I want to record. We are porting an Electron app from Electron to Swift. So it works both on macOS and on my mobile, like on my iPhone. And we are going to work on an app that I'm building. It is called BuddyBox. That is a mobile app where you can code with Cloud Code, with Codex, with Open Code, eventually with TAMP as well, directly inside your mobile, and you have the preview. It looks awesome. I will show it later once we are done with recording the video. So let me just go back a sec to Codex to see if we are done with the planning. Okay, we are done with the planning of the body screenshots. We are gonna check in a while what he's doing. Let's start to record this video. Let me just bring this a bit like this. Okay. And let me prepare a couple of websites that can be useful. So you have my master AI coding. You can't understand. You mean that you don't hear me well? We are done with the planning. Okay. Sorry, but I can't understand. So yeah, what we are gonna do today, like all the three things that I stated. Right now, we are focusing on checking my tech stack for 2026. That's what we are going to do. So how do I build my web apps, my mobile apps in 2026? That's what we are going to do. So I have this free course page where I state all the tools that I use for my vibe coding in 2026. And I have all the tutorials like from 0 to 1 on how to do it. Thank you, brother. I don't get it, but okay. So for everyone that wants to check this out, let me send it in the Google chat, in the Google stream, like YouTube stream. Like this is the website. And I have a bunch of tutorials on how to start like vibe coding and also my stack that we are gonna see today. So let me know guys if you have any questions before I start the recording. Okay. So hey everyone, how's everyone doing? Today we are gonna see how do I build my applications in 2026. We are gonna see both my web stack and my mobile stack. The first thing that I discovered this year, thanks to Theo, that literally changed my development workflow is convex. Now, it's a bit difficult to explain what's convex on a high level, but essentially is everything you need to build a backend. So they have a sync engine. So every time you change something in your database, for example, here, let me see if I can uh, fix the bug to say, okay, no, this coding shit, so I cannot do it. But what Convex is everything you need for your backend. So it does databases, it does authentication with some of the components, it does a lot of stuff. They have a sync engine, so every time something changes on the front end, it changes on the database and vice versa. They have a bunch of components that are a way to uh, increase the functionalities of your code base like in a really, really easy way. For example, it's easy to set Stripe, uh, either Stripe, WorkOS that is needed for authentication. You can build AI agents. You can do RAG, persistent text. You can do a bunch of stuff with convex components. And it's the way I power basically 95% of my backends nowadays. And it's been a blast. Like they have a pretty generous free tier. They take care of most of the things you need to do on the back end. The team is really, really good. And every time I have a problem, I just DM them on Twitter and the problem like gets an answer or gets solved. So this is like the main piece of everything I build nowadays. Now we spoke about the DB and the services like the backend. So it's convex. For my authentication, I mainly use Clerk. It's the easiest way to implement out in general. So it is just like what you'll see a lot of my dyslexia. What I usually do is I just do clerk plus convex, as you can see here. You just copy this page and you send it to your agent, and the agent will automatically implement convex and clerk. Now, another thing that I've been seeing is like clerk now has a CLI. I think it's just in preview right now. Yeah, it's not this one. Like clerk will soon have a CLI where you eventually will be able to implement clerk directly like from your terminal, so you don't need a dashboard. And you can already do it with convex. Like I'm not in the convex dashboard basically. Like I never go there. I just go there when I need to see my logs. But in general, like the most of the services that we have here have a really good CLI that help you set up your application like via agents. So you don't need to go to dashboards, find API keys, and a lot of other shit. Clerk is just to close it. Clerk is really good. It's super easy to implement. The Clerk OAuth with Google works out of the box, so you don't need to go to the console just for development. Like Google Console is one of the most problematic, let's call it like that, piece of software that we have right now. It just goes hand to hand with the Cloudflare dashboard, but okay, whatever. So, or if I need something that is enterprise ready, you can use WorkOS. They have a super generous free tier. I think up to 1 million users, they are free. So, and this is more for enterprise ready hubs. So if they need some strange logins, then WorkOS can cover that for you. As package manager, I finally fully switched to Ban. It does my packages, it does my workspaces, like the monorepos workspaces, one-off scripts. It does a bunch of stuff for me. Ban is amazing. I used, let me just go to ban.dev. I used PMPM for a while. Then I just understood that Ban was so much better, so much faster. It recently was acquired by Anthropic, and it depends on your point of view, but I think that this is like a golden acquisition for both parties. On the band side, because they don't need to think about like where money are gonna come from. And for Anthropic, that now they have one of the best JavaScript toolkit in the world. So Xcode wants to see your confidential informations. I don't think so, Xcode. So what I was saying, like ban is really important. It's super fast. It keeps a cache. It keeps a cache of your packages, so you don't need to install it every time. It's really really good. You should give it a try. What else? What else? For the full stack framework, like like how do I do most of my front ends, APIs, etc. I'm still on XJS because AI is really, really good at it. I would love to move to Tanstack. The problem is that most of the models have a knowledge cutoff that is like early last year, if I remember correctly. So they are not that good at Tanstack yet, but they're improving. Also, Tanstack has a good LLM.txt. They have docs in the context 7 model. They are open source, so you could clone the repo and teach your agent how to do Tanstack. But Next.js is known by the models like out of the box. So most of the stuff I do are in Next.js yet. Yeah, still, not yet, still. They are still Next.js. As for mobile, the only way of doing mobile at this point is Expo. There are a bunch of ways of doing mobile developments, but the only sane way, let's say it like that. Okay, no, I don't wanna get political here, but Expo is an amazing framework built on top of React Native. If I remember correctly, React Native itself says that Expo is the best way to build on React Native. Expo also has something that is amazing, that basically, if you need some native functionalities that are difficult with Expo or not yet available, you can just write that in native language. So let's say I want a specific push notification for the dynamic island, I don't know, then you can just write it in Swift. Or you need the side panel on some Android devices, like in a specific way. You can just write it in Kotlin or Webpack, I think. Well, Kotlin is the only one I know. So that's like the best things of Expo. The other best thing is the DX. Like Expo, for people that worked in iOS development, for example, is a godsend. The whole EA has built the uh, over the air, I think they call it update, so they don't need to hit the App Store every time. Uh, what else? Let me think. Because there are a bunch of cool stuff. The Expo app is amazing as well, like the Expo Go app. So there are like a billion reasons to build on top of Expo, and I'm not the right person to speak about those reasons for sure. If I need to point someone, it would be, I think it's called Beto. This guy, okay, Code with Beto, this channel is fucking incredible. I love him so much. He taught me a lot of stuff about Expo, and he is the second reason I started building in Expo. The first one was Tio, and I'll mention him a lot in this video because I based most of my on my stack on this guy. Uh, there are a bunch of controversial opinion about this guy, but I love him. I basically watched every video he published, like, and most of them don't have the red tick just because YouTube doesn't work. But I think I watched at least his like last 100 videos. I pretty to the moon. How are you doing, man? Uh, Nice to hear that. We are currently recording the tech stack I use to Vibecode my hubs. So if you have any question about that, let me know. Oh, thank you so much for joining, man. It's really, really appreciated. I'll show you later once we are done recording, but let me just show you, I will show you real quick. So what we are doing today, we are actually byte coding two things today. The first one is called Body Screenshot. That is this one. It's basically an app that works on macOS right now because it's built in Electron, where you screenshot your whole page. You can annotate stuff on it, so you can put arrows, you can put text, etc. You can also put a description, and it will send you a reminder on Telegram about that specific screenshot. This is needed mostly like I was building it because most of the times that I took screenshot to remember things, I just forget about the screenshots. So I thought it was an interesting idea to just build. something with Electron because I never touched it. And what we are doing today is that we are porting this to Swift, just because I want it also on my iPhone, because I think it could be pretty useful also on iPhone. So we are gonna port this to Swift, and that's what Codex is doing right now. Is basically porting the whole application from Electron to Swift. The other thing that we are gonna work on is a mobile app that I'm developing, where you can use all the best coding agents, so Codex, Cloud Codes, AMP, Open Code, etc., directly via your mobile phone inside a sandbox. So you can copy your repos, you can make them change what you need, and you can also see the preview of either the app or the website inside the app. So those are the two apps that we are gonna work on today. Once I'm done with the recording of the tech stack video. Let me get back to my Scali draw. Thank you, brother. So yeah, most of my stack is based on Theo stack. His video, he did a video recently. It was tech stack, something like that, breaking down my current tech stack. And yeah, we have bands here. Okay, we have a lot of overlaps. So now for mobile, as I said, I mainly use Expo, and it works cross-platform. So both on Android and iOS, and technically on web too, but I don't know. I never used it for the web. If I need to build Mac apps easily, then I will use Electron. Electron is amazing. Don't give like, no, how can I say it? Electron is amazing. Let alone the people that says no, it weighs too much. It doesn't perform well. Those are just skill issues on the application maker. Like, okay, JS is slow, but even Rust can be slow if you write it in a shitty way. So don't let people fool you. Electron is amazing. Most of your apps are Electron apps. Like most of the apps I run here. Let me see. Most of those apps are just Electron wrappers. So don't let them fool you. Now, I saw a package just 1 week ago, I think. It's called Electroban. Now, I didn't test it yet. I just saw that if you build your app in using ban like Electroban, the bundle size goes from 300 megabyte to 20 or 30, something like that. So for people that are really picky on how big their apps are, how performant they are, they could give this a try. It's still pretty experimental. Let me see if it's fully open source if you want to have a look at it. It's built in C++ and it has 7,000 stars. So it's a pretty interesting concept. You should try it out. I'm testing it with an application, but it is not ready to show it. Like it's not good enough to show it to you guys. For the monorepo, I use Turbo Repo. Turbo Repo is the one from the Next.js guys. So this is really cool. It works with any provider. It gives me a cool monorepo structure. I use this and the ban workspaces. So that's basically it. For agent frameworks, now this is pretty interesting. This changed a lot just this month alone. If you, let me just get the, give me just a second, open close. If you lived under a rock, I'm sorry for you. You missed the whole open close shenanigans, the CloudBot, Moltbot, OpenClaw shenanigans. But what OpenClaw is just a personal assistant agent that's been even crazy popular is an understatement. Like that's been destroying the the crypto Twitter, Jesus. Also the crypto Twitter, but it has been destroying the tech Twitter. I think it got 3,000 stars, something like this. The second most starred project in the world right now, just like under React or something like that. And this is built mostly by one guy that is the definition of the 10x engineer, like even 100x engineer. It's built by Peter Sternberg, and it recently was acquired by OpenAI. So OpenClaw will be left to OpenAI. They have an org or something like that, but I didn't go too much into the details. I'm really happy for Peter, and I think it's like the best solution ever. Also because Peter mostly uses Codex as his agent harness, and now he has access to infinite tokens and to the master branch of the Codex repo. So better than this, we couldn't get anything better than this. What I was saying. Uh, when I had to build agents, usually what I was going to use was AI SDK from Versa for multiple reasons. The first is that it's open source, and you can see the code, you can tweak the code, you can do whatever you want with it. Also because it's greatly expandable. So this is something that is pretty important to me. If I need to build an agent, I need to be able to have a core that is pretty light, but then I want to be able to expand this core as much as possible. Now, AI SDK is still great for general agents. The agent SDK is still great if you want subsidized token by Anthropic. And this month, a new challenger appeared. That is Pi. Pi is an agent framework. It's super slim in the core. It's fully open source, and it's amazingly, that's a nice word. It's amazingly expandable. This means that this is like React. You have an extension for everything. Everything you need to do, there is an extension for it. Like for React, everything you need to do, there is a package for it. That's the same thing. Now, I still wasn't able to do like a really big agent with it or like a big implementation, but I saw a video about it yesterday. Let's see if I found it. P agent. Uh, let's see if I can find it. Him, like this guy is amazing. He is amazing. It's indie dev dan, and he made a documentary on how to use Pi and how extensible, expandable. What's the word? Like how expandable is Pi? So this is really, really good video. You should watch it. I will pin it in the comments of either the live or the video. And so right now I'm a bit uh, in the middle of the two. So either AI SDK or Pi. It depends on what I need to do. Pi, it's inherently a coding agent. It has 4 tools, if I remember correctly. So it's a bit different from the AI SDK specifically, but they are both great, great agent frameworks. Now, as for the model provider itself, where there is no competition, OpenRouter is amazing. I've been using it for a year plus now. It's the best way of getting all the available models at this point. They really have a lot of models. They have all the best ones. They have also auto routing if you don't need specific models. They have a lot of free models as well if you want to go cheaper. So it's the best option. They never failed me. And there is one simple reason why a router, there are two actually. There are two simple reasons why a router is always better than just a provider. I will show it to you with Sonnet 4.6. Those two reasons are, first of all, Sonnet, as like other Anthropic models, is not just hosted on Anthropic server. Google and Amazon also have the model in their server, so they can host it as well. So OpenRouter will decide which one has the best uptime, the best latency, and the best throughput, and is gonna give me that. And also, if one of the three servers fail for whatever reason, they're just gonna route me to one other provider. That's not gonna happen if you use, for example, only Anthropic, only OpenAI, etc., only Azure, Bedrock, whatever. Also, the other thing is that right now we change models, I think, at least once a month. If we really are like picky, once every couple of months. So imagine you build your infra to work only with Anthropic models or working with OpenAI models, and tomorrow Meta Meta wakes up and decide that the Meta Llama 4.5 behemoth releases and is the best model in the world. Okay, this sounds a bit funny. It could happen. It could happen, guys. Uh, and then what are you gonna do? Like you need to change your whole infrastructure. Instead, with Open Router, it's just one line of code. You change it, and your model changes. Change your model changes. Okay, we got it, and your model changes. So honestly, I think it's the best option. You don't want to use Open Router, you can use whatever other router like Firecracker. I don't know. Uh, but I think it's fundamental right now if you're building an AI product, like a product that uses actual AI models, to have some kind of routing. So we took care of that. What else? Okay, now one of the last things that I want to showcase, or better, I want to talk about. One of the last things I want to talk about is Elysia. Now, sadly, since I'm a vibe coder, I cannot appreciate those kind of frameworks enough, but I think this is really, really good. If I understood it correctly, this is like the fast API or like frameworks like that, where you build backends that are crazy, crazy fast. Let me see if they have like a comparison or something. Yeah, look at this. So if you want to build a backend with Elysia using Ban, is like a lot faster than Gene, Spring, Fastify, Express, Nest, etc. It's like it's 21 times faster than Express, and it's in fucking TypeScript, guys. The world is gonna be built in TypeScript now. Like I have 3 viewers, is gonna go down like to -10 viewers. I have this stance as a vibe coder. I say that most of the world is gonna be built in TypeScript. If you don't agree, you can quit the live. No, I'm joking. I love you, even if you use Scala, I don't know, Elixir, or stuff like that. I still love you. But yeah, I think if you are smart enough, you already understood. All of this is TypeScript. Everything in here is TypeScript. Convex is fully built in TypeScript. It's literally a database inside your repo that is built in TypeScript. Clerkwell is a package. So Ban is, of course, a TypeScript. Like it's built in Zig, but it's a JavaScript runtime, so it's TypeScript. Next.js is React, so it's TypeScript. Expo, it's React Native, and React is TypeScript. Electron, it's JS, so it's TypeScript. AI SDK, it's a TypeScript package. Elysia is TypeScript as well, so yeah, let's say that my whole stack is built in TypeScript. But why is that? There is actually a really good reason. TypeScript, it's easy for LLMs. They know how to build JavaScript. They know how to like create JavaScript applications. There is a ton of JavaScript content on the web. So when they scrape JavaScript content, then they already know how to build JavaScript. That's why my stack for the future will be mostly TypeScript. Even if like tomorrow, oh, I had a question that I will leave for my viewers. If tomorrow, again, Meta is gonna release the Behemoth model 4.5, amazing, etc., and is Pareto superior on building stuff like in Elixir, are you going to change your language because you can have like 5x improvement uh, because but you need to rewrite everything in Elixir. That's a question that it was pretty fun, and it came out from an article that said that um agents are really good with Elixir specifically. Uh, and I was thinking about that, like real developers, would they learn a new language just because AI is that much better at writing with it? That's something that interests me a lot. So that's the gist of it. That's basically my whole stack. I use some other stuff like once in a while. For example, when I need to upload stuff that are files, video, etc., I use upload thing. And if I need cheap storage, I use R1, Cloudflare. If I need durable workflows, I usually use Cloudflare again. If I need a sandbox, well, what else than Daytona? Daytona is amazing. I don't want to leak anything, but I use Daytona for it, for my sandboxing. And what else? Let me think. What other pieces on my stack? Mm, Yeah, I think that's mostly it. Oh, on the model side, if I need to do heavy coding, it's GPT-5.3 Codex. If I need to do front-end work, is Gemini 3.1 for animations and Opus with the front-end scale for normal front-end. And that's basically it at this point. So let me know, guys. Change page. Let me know down in the comments or here in the live if you have other tools that you use every day in your stack. For now, that's it. Thank you and see you another day. Thank you and see you soon. Okay, that's the video done. Let me close a bunch of pages and we can move to our actual vibe coding. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see if we have questions either on YouTube or Twitter. I don't think so. Okay. Let's see how our body screenshot thingy is going. Okay, looks like it's done. Let me open it in that. Let's see. Okay, so I think it's inside here. Native CD. I need to check how to open or how to run Swift thingies. Codex. How do I run this? Let me see if it told me. Okay, doesn't look like it. Let's see. Let's see. In the meantime, let me open also body box. I think I have it in cursor. Yes. So for people that didn't see it, yesterday Cursor had a really big announcement. So they released this.
And
How do I explain this in a simple way? Basically, now your agent, instead of telling you that he is done, what he's gonna do is gonna create a sandbox, test the hub that he made, and show you a full like video on how he made it. Let me just mute the audio and put this into X. So basically, you can see, as you can see here, you have the whole workflow. Let me. So you ask for changes. Let me see, where do they have it? Okay,
asks you
let
to
me see.
review a in this new table template that was created. So it's pretty Nice to see that this works as expected, but I wanted to take it further. So I was looking through the GitHub issues, and I noticed there was also a
As you
request
can see
asking for
here,
hosting.
now you have videos. So the agent shows you what it did, and you can change it. Like you can go to the sandbox and modify it as well. So it's pretty cool. Let me get back to cursor and let me run this. Make that. Let me see where I have my simulator. I have it here. Let me make it a bit smaller. Okay. He's gonna build it, so it's gonna take a moment. Let's see how Codex is doing. So that's how I build it. Xcode generate. Okay. What the fuck is this? From repo root ECS's Xcode. Okay. I mean, I would prefer to die than using Xcode, but whatever. Let's cd back. Cd. Okay, let's try. It's opening Xcode. That's also another reason to use Electron. Like you don't have to use Xcode ever. But it's cool. They are trying to make it better with they added a bunch of agents. Like you can log in with Codex, with Cloud Code, etc. So at least they are trying their best. But that code remains like super slow and it has a bunch of problems. Well, let me get back to my live stream. Let me see. Xcode is doing some stuff. Simulator is simulating. Let's see if my PC explodes or if we get to see the app. It could be both, honestly. So also, guys from Twitter, remember if you have any question, you can go to my YouTube channel. We are live there as well, and asking their questions is easier. I can see them better. Let's see. Let's see. He's trying to open it on Xcode. So he's doing something, I think. Let's see what he's gonna do. What about cursor? Okay, it's still installing stuff. So this as well. Let's see what YouTube says. See what we have. So my new app is really stupid. Well, I think I know what's the app is the one that makes jokes. How to install OpenClaw? Okay. Okay. I don't know why, but AI Code King has some big problems with OpenClaw. I think it's the fourth video in a row when it says like use this instead of OpenClaw. Not in a row, but like one, two, three, four, five. Okay, I don't know, man. I don't need to do that. OpenClaw is pretty cool. Uh, Nothing interesting here. What about Twitter? By the way, she is the creator of Elysium, so plus 1 point just because he's an anime fan. Did we open this Swift app or what? What are we gonna do here? Okay, something is ready now. What else? Select, okay, in Xcode, select scheme, maybe this, okay, and my Mac, okay, Command R, it's happening, something is happening, it's building. Okay, what about my app? Is it gonna open? Is it not gonna? Oh, the app showed up. Body screenshot. Oh, also the other app. Okay, one at a time. Let's check body screenshot first. Let me see, where did it open it? Xcode. Okay, the app is running, but I don't see it. Show all windows. Oh, did we crash? Destinations, my Mac. Yes. Let me try again. Command R. It either crashes or doesn't even open. It's one of the two. The application not responding. Yes. Okay. That's the main issue. At least my mobile app should go. Yeah. It's bundling. Bundling. I want to show you this mobile app that I've been building. It's so cool. At least I think so. It's basically a mobile app where you spawn an agent in a sandbox. We are using Daytona for it. And you can code, for example, with Codex directly from your mobile phone, and it shows you the preview as well. So honestly, I think it's pretty cool. I think we are having buffing problems on
Sure.
YouTube. Daytona for it, and you can code. Okay, no, whatever. Come on, you can do it. Yes, SSD is running. I don't see it. Okay, let me close this. Let's do one thing at a time, or my PC is gonna explode. Let me see the app first. Codex. Okay, let me close the terminal because sometimes it just shows my EMBs completely random. So let me quit the app because it is burning my PC. Okay, this is the app. Let me also open AMP for a sec. AMP, because we are gonna do a bunch of UI changes as well. And we are gonna use AMP Smart Mode for it. The crazy amount of skills that I have, like I have 74 skills. This escape. Okay. Okay. Let me get the simulator back. So that's what the app does. You just go here, you go to your workspace, like you create your workspace importing stuff. Give it a second because we are using the simulator and now we are burning like crazy. So okay. Well, basically what you do is you create a workspace. You either start a new project with one of the templates that I have, or you can import one of your repos here. You can set up your package manager and your environment variables, and they're gonna be parsed like the Vercel ones. So you just paste them all here from your nv.local, and they're gonna show on the sandbox. So your environment can use it. Here you have the agent view where you can code. For example, here we are using Codex, and you also have the preview where you see your website. So you can fully check like what's your website about, etc. You can log in here in the profile with your coding agent. Let me just log in with Codex. Like right now it says it's logged in, but I think in this account I don't have credits anymore. Let me just see. We are on a thread. Let's say, what is this code base about? We have medium. Yeah, it's good enough. Let me see if I don't have credits anymore here or if it's gonna work. Oh, no. Okay, we have credits. So what is gonna show you is all the tool calls and the response preview. So it's gonna stream a bunch of responses. And you can close this bubble clicking here. So you have it here. And after a while, it's gonna respond you. Now, Codex is kind of slow. So it's gonna take a bit. In the meantime, what I want to do is I want to implement better streaming, at least here. So, okay, give me just a second because I clicked on the voice input. Also, as every good vibe coder, we have the voice input that uses Whisper. So you can just talk to your agent. As you can see here, we have the code bases, like what's the code base about, etc. And in the preview, let's test the agent itself. So let me see. The website now it's purple. This is one of my brand colors. Let's ask it to, can you please change the main colors from purple to teal, for example. Let's see. Agent activity, we can close it. We can minimize it as well because it doesn't interest us a lot. Also, by the way, every time you create a workspace, then you create also a branch in your repository. So, for example, what we did here, we checked the type, we pushed, and we have the branch. So we can check on the branch, like if we want to merge the changes. Another really cool thing that this app has, okay, this is for the in sync work. So when you work with your agent and you want to see what he's doing, there is another page that is for async work. So you can just start a task. For now, we have Jules, Blackbox, and Tembo, and they are gonna do the task by themselves, and they are just gonna show you the PR itself. And you see, for example, I did a bunch of PRs here, like with Jules, we have one with Tembo, with Sonnet 4.5, and you get them all there. What else do we have in this app? Uh, we have a feedback tab. So what the app does is it spawns another tab. Like this tab wasn't there. Let me just show you. Like uh, feedback, you just click it and it appears. And what you can do as a user is you can submit up to 3 feedbacks. And what it does on my hand, it shows here all the feedbacks, and I can start an agent working on my code base about the feedback itself. So it's still not well implemented yet, or better, it just works with async agents. It doesn't work with Codex yet, but it's one of the features that I plan to implement before shipping this to the App Store. Another cool thing that I'm working on right now, and maybe we can work on it together, it's OpenClaw. So there is a tutorial on the Daytona docs. Let me show you. Daytona, not the app, but the docs, because I don't want to show you my sandboxes. So in the guides, there is an OpenClaw guide here on how to use OpenClaw directly inside a sandbox, and there are a bunch of security measures. So one thing that I would like to add directly to the app is an OpenClaw page. It spawns in your sandbox, it stays there, it doesn't interact with anything else, and it's pretty secure. At least I hope so. Let me get back to the app simulator. So let me try to set up it. I asked Codex to implement it a while back, but then I didn't test it well. So let's see. In the meantime, let's see in the workspace how the agent is doing. Okay, he's working on the change. I'm trying to make everything in the app completely durable. So if you quit the app, if you change page, technically it still works. And this is quite important. I don't know if you have been using, for example, the ChatGPT app, the Gemini app, etc. If you either refresh or just quit the page, it literally stops working. And that's super, super annoying. In fact, like durable stream and durable workflows are one of the most difficult thing to do, but is one of the most important thing on the user experience. I will show you, for example, on the T3 chat app. Let me use a cheaper model like 3Flash. So if I ask him, for example, what's the weather in Italy right now? If I do this and if I refresh, it just continued. Like it didn't kill the thingy. Let me show you with a heavier model. For example, here the reasoning. So what about SF, for example? If it starts to stream, it's gonna start soon. If you refresh, then it's gonna continue working. So that's what every provider should try to do. It's really, really important, the user experience. Simulator. Okay, the setup failed. I need to check why it failed. Let me see. Give me just a second. I need to see the terminal. Today, Cursor decided that it doesn't like to work. Come on, Cursor. Oh, it's stuck like this. Yeah, exactly. Keep waiting. I love Cursor a lot, but Jesus, why do they have performance problems? I mean, they have performance problems like everyone else, but when they happen, it's a really painful experience. Okay, let me close this and let me copy this to Codex. Give me just a second. Body box here. Can you please understand why the open close setup didn't work? Let me also send him the Daytona sandbox thingy. This is a guide on how to set up it. Let me copy this. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to show you the codex thingy because I just don't want to show like if I have EMBs or stuff like that. Codex, where is the app here? We are gonna see why this doesn't work. Let me see on this. Are you done or? I don't know why Codex is so slow. But I think that it worked, but it didn't update the UI. Let me see. Yeah, it worked. So as you can see here, the color changed from purple to teal. And now it's fully teal. Let me know which color you guys preferred most. Honestly, I like purple a lot, but this teal color is also really cool. And now what the agent can do is we can just tell him, like, see if I have my, no, build, check types, and push to GitHub. Um, I think it's just not done yet, or he didn't check it yet. So, or once he's done, we can tell him this. Also, there are a bunch of like reliability problems, but it's just because of the simulation, or better, it's because my PC is a potato, so it struggles sometimes to keep the simulation updated. Let's see. Let's also try to open this body screenshot. Let me just bring the simulator on this side. Uh, Let me try to install the app directly. What if I want to install the app directly? I mean, it's not the most ergonomic thing to do, but for us, it's the easiest thing. So we can see the app itself. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I think that it got stuck, and not Codex, but the other thing. Let me try to refresh it. It doesn't. mm, Let me click on our. It's downloading. Okay. From the root, let's run this. Okay, let's try. Let's try from the root. So it's cd from the root, and we should see the downloadable, the installable. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's wait for it. In the meantime, did you understand why you stopped? Or also, you can create new threads, and you can keep them in the same branch or create a new branch. You can tweak the thinking. So we kept it on medium. You can add snippets. So for example, the slash deploy. The problem is that I cannot write slash in this keyboard. Give me just a second. Uh, Slash deploy. Okay. Just copied from my Mac. And we can ask him check types, build the project, and push to GitHub. So this is one of the extensions that I have on Raycast. So if I do slash deploy, then it's gonna take into context this as well. But we cannot send messages because he just stopped. Like it's stuck. Also, it doesn't let me click. So I think it's gonna time out soon. Okay, the API says he built it. So let me see how can I open it. Uh, oh, he's telling us that he can give us an installable. Yes, we need it. Um, Let me go down. Give us the installable directly. Yes. I think with the installable is like the easiest thing that we can do. The simulation here, it completely like it hanged, but I don't understand why we don't have timeout. So let me ask Codex as well. Where is my body box? Here. Can you please check if we have timeouts for agents like Codex once the task is running for too long? If I have a task going, it doesn't let me send new messages. And now we have a stuck task. The problem with that is that Codex is it takes a lot of time to change stuff. I know that Codex, for example, takes a lot of time to change stuff, but we need a way where if the model is not doing tool calls or is not changing anything, then we need to stop the actual workflow. Like right now, we are completely stuck, but the model is not moving anything. Or at least, that's what I think. Simulator. Yeah, it's completely stuck. Let's see what Codex wants to do. Yes, please. Make sure that the deployment is as easy and smooth as possible. Let's also fix the open claw thingy. Now, I still see the body screenshot up here, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't even open. So that's a really good start. Okay, so the app doesn't open. I have it in the dock, but anything. Let me see if I can do it like this. But I think he did it already, so let me close Xcode because honestly, I don't see any use on it. Body screenshot here. Okay. Let me open the app. Yeah, he completely like hangs, doesn't do anything. So we need to understand why. Let me see what Codex is doing. Okay, he's doing here. He's doing other stuff here. No, it's just a waiting game, I guess. I have a bunch of bookmarks that I need to check. Let me see if someone has questions somewhere. I don't see anything. Yeah, I think that we are gonna try to make the body screenshot app open and then we are gonna close the stream. So if you have any question, just let me know here or DM me on Twitter or wherever you guys prefer. Okay. I fixed the compile error, no rebuilding and reinstalling. Okay, let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Okay, let's see. So, well, we already killed the app, but it didn't work, so let's use brute force. Let's open the app again. Are you gonna open? Are you gonna do something? Hmm, should we kill it again? We kill. Okay. Open. Nothing happens. That's why people don't use Swift. Okay, let's see. It says that he found something. So let's see what he finds. Let's see, let's see, let's see. That's why Codex is mainly for async work. It's taking like a billion years just to change 5 lines of code. You found a stronger structural issue that can cause exactly this. Okay, if you're happy. Okay, let's see if this structural issue is gonna fix her up or not. Why Swift exists and why it's the only way of building iOS and Mac apps. I still need to check if with Electron. Wait, good question. With Expo, with Expo, can I build also Mac OS apps? No. Okay, thank you. Okay, and probably there is a workaround, but right now I think the only good way of doing like cross iOS and macOS apps are like this, I guess. That's it. So yeah, guys, let me know what do you use to build macOS apps if you build macOS apps. Right now, I'm just going bananas with Swift. So I think the context is getting pretty bloated. So yeah, it's 64% full. It's gonna be soon the time to change the context window. I know that it does auto compact. I'm still not. Uh, I still don't trust the auto compactation enough. Let's see. Let's see. I just found a new signal. This convo has been like, I found this issue. Let me fix the issue. I create a new issue. Let's find a new issue. Hey, that's Vibecode 101. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Okay, let's see. Also, we also gave him the skills. Imagine he didn't even have the skills. Let's see also. Let's see also what Codex is doing for the other app. There, okay, plain text, whatever. I don't have money on open on Anthropic. Oh, okay. So it's the OpenClaw problem is the provider itself. So, but if we are using a provider like Anthropic, shouldn't we ask the user to put an API key and using the WorkOS Vault to store it? This is the OpenClaw problem, I guess. Yeah. Okay. There was a timeout, but only a course one. Around down 30 minutes. Okay. That's why it didn't stop. Let's see if it works now. Agent terminal, job, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's see if the command now works. Can you? Okay, now like we are getting all the messages all at once. But now the timeout works, so that's quite interesting. Let's see if it works like it pushes everything on my GitHub, so I can show you also the branch. Let's let him work for now. And it's still a huge work in progress. I had a bunch of times when you just push to main because agents just do whatever the fuck they want. So it's okay. New guardrails will be implemented, as they say in Anthropic docs, I guess. What about this? What are you guys doing? Why you don't like Swift so much? You hit a compile error. Okay, okay. I fixed the compiler. Good job. Let's see. Mm, 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 mm. Is this app gonna open? You can bet on my Polymarket page. Okay, let's use one super cool app, one super cool feature about Codex. It is the steer feature. So what I'm gonna say is, but check on the OpenCloud docs because I don't want to use Anthropic as the only provider. I want to let the user choose their provider, and they have a lot of providers. So let's find a way so the user can choose wherever they prefer. So you can do this and you can steer it. So he's gonna inject it directly in the conversation. This is so cool. The Swift app, I think, is gonna require at least 3, 4 lives just to let it open. Would have been easier, I think, to start from scratch at this point, I guess. Do, 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 do. Or better. Do, do, do. Okay. I watched too much of which anime was? Steins Gate, I think. And this is for mm, only a few weeks. So let's see. How's the simulator going here? Are you working or you're just lacking? Let me show the no wrong button. Let me see. Are you working or are you slacking? Okay, he's working on something, I guess. Let's wait for it. But it's so cool to have like Codex in a box. Once this is gonna be fully reliable, like I think it's gonna be a huge unlock for my workflow. Like coding from your phone, it's already amazing, like with the web apps. But like this, where you have a whole Linux machine, you can literally port wherever you want. And for example, I have two main daily drivers. One is my Fold 6, and the other one is my iPhone. On the Folds and on a bunch of other Samsung phones, what you can do is you can, with a USB-C to either HDMI or USB-C to USB-C, you can use DAX. So you can have like a desktop experience directly into just with your phone. So you can connect to keyboard, the mouse, etc. So you can have like a full desktop experience just from your phone alone. And Samsung phones, like other Android, like higher hand Android phones, they have huge capabilities. Like their processor probably is as good as my M1 Pro. Some of them are. So what you can have, if this app works like on the desktop preview, you can have a whole like cursor inside like your phone, and you can use it wherever you are. So I think it's gonna be a huge, huge unlock. That's the main USB. It's gonna compact again. Like I don't think we are gonna have a working app this live stream, and that's always Swift faults. Okay, we found the faults. What else I can show you that is quite interesting? Oh, I have actually one thing that I want to show you before we quit. It's another app slash web app that I'm making. Let me see if I have it open. It's Body Imaging, but this is quite cool. Basically, what I did is I used Expo and Next.js. We have a huge monorepo here. And what you can do is you can either do ban run dev web, and let me also start the iOS app. 1 second. Banx, Banx Expo start iOS. Let me see if it works. Now I'm working like I'm using multiple simulations, so I think everything is going to crash. Let's see. Yeah, as of right now, this cannot work because my PC is gonna explode. But I will show you either in a video or in a future live stream, like when we don't have so many stuff opened. Basically, what I built is web gen app. No, sorry, an image gen app that works both on the web and on iOS or on mobile in general, and it's fully synced via Convex. So everything that shows in the app, it shows in the web view, and it's fully in sync and instant sync. So it's something so cool. Like having native compatibility that it's so easy to make because it's just built in TypeScript is the thing that made me love Convex so much. Okay, the build says it's successful. Let's see. I don't even know if Swift is a typed language or not, like a statically typed or. Hey, parts boots, how are you doing? How are you doing? I'm based in Italy. What about you? Let me see. Based in Italy. Here. Apple system policy, not allow process. Quarantine, install the Apple testing launch. What the fuck? No. What do you mean my app got quarantined? I'm the developer of the app. Apple being Apple. I think we just broke a bunch of shit like during the migration. Maybe the best option is building it step by step, um, like little by little. Also because the app is super small, so I don't understand why we are having those many issues. But I think that at this point, I'm just gonna let it run, and he's gonna understand himself if he can do it or not, because it makes no sense to stay here waiting for it. So, guys, I think I'll close the stream here for today. Let me know in the chats if you have any question. If not, we can just close it. Let me see over on X if they have any questions, but I don't see any question. Let me see on YouTube. Yeah, I don't see any question here as well. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone that joined, and thank you so much for the people that are getting this on YouTube. If you have any question about the video, just give me a comment, or you can send me a DM on Twitter. And yeah, thank you everyone for joining. See you, I think, tomorrow if everything goes good, or at max see you on Friday. Have a good day. Bye bye.